Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Are you a Storj operator and do you want to have an easy way to monitor your setup? Well, a guy on GitHub called Striker has made a really awesome script that I've been taking a look at. I've altered it a little bit and I'm now going to show you how to run it as a script outside of Docker on your Windows machine. This is for you if you have nodes running as a Windows service. It then works great. Alright guys, so let's get this going. So as I said, I have altered the script just a little bit and I will leave them all in the description in a pastebin or something like that. The reason I've altered them is because I believe Striker has made the script to be using the Docker, and I want the script to run outside of Docker because my nodes are also running outside of Docker. So really quick, if we just get started, you can head to the website. So you can go ahead and head to Striker's GitHub. Here you can find his tutorial of how to get this script running. My tutorial is a little bit different, so that's why I decided to make this video. You can go ahead and you can download the code. I have already done this. You can put it somewhere on your computer that you can remember. What you will then do, I put it in this folder right here called YouTube Guide. I will open that up. Now, the first thing you should do is, I believe you should create a Autostart script. I will also leave a link for that in the description in a pastebin, so you can just copy and paste. And I also recommend installing Notepad++. So here you can see the little start script. What this does is simply it changes the directory to the one where I have the downloaded script, as you just see. So that is the YouTube guide. You want to use the full path, so get all of it. I then added a timeout for 5 seconds. This is just because I'm running this script on boot when Windows boots, and 5-second timeouts just allows the computer to breathe when it first starts up. And then I simply start the Flask application with Python running on port 3124. All right, so all you have to do is you have to have this script with your own path and the timeout that you want and the port that you want to run. Now this port is important because that's the one you need to port forward if you actually want to be able to access the data outside of your own network. So what else is there? This app is the actual Python script. Sorry, I couldn't find the button. I have changed this persistent directory. This is the directory where the node data will be saved, and I have also added this array here with nodes. I'm gonna just show an example with my one node localhost 14002. This is the port that the host is running on, and what you can do is you can also add multiple ones. So you could do local host, and you might have 14003 like that. Then you would also get the data from that one as long as it's up and running. All right, now one thing you might want to keep in mind is that in your config file of your storage node, this is the path that I have. Your path might be, this is the path that I have. Your path might be different, but in here there is something called console address, and I believe normally it says local host in front here, but I have not been able to get that to actually work. So what I've just done is I've just deleted localhost, and then it just looks like this. So just a little tip, I would change that in your configuration file and then reboot the node. And that way you should be able to add your localhost right here. So I'm going to use these two as example. As you saw, I just added this one. You need to add this path, and then also if you get an error saying that there's some of these packages that you don't have with Python, Google or ChatGPT, ask it how to install it. It's quite simple. As long as you have Python installed on your computer, that should be fine and working just fine. But if you get console log errors, then ChatGPT is such a good way to ask for help instead of me, because of course I don't know what your computer or what your setup looks like. I'm just giving a guide on how it works for me. But yes, you need to install these packages like datetime and all this stuff. So another thing that I did end up adding is some logic that makes sure that the payout data and logs files are there, because as you can see in our folder, here there is no such thing called payout data, but as soon as we run the start script, there will be. All right, so but I will copy this and all to the paste bin, and all you have to do is copy paste and then add your nodes and change your path in this file, and then in the Autostart script also change what I told you. So if we go ahead and double click on the Autostart, a console will open. It will wait for 5 seconds, and then it will just start presenting the data. Now, as you can see, it says an error. It could not find payoutdata.json, so I have added it to create an empty JSON file, and it has then written to the data, written an entry for today, and as you can see now, there is a payoutdata.json. So what this means is that we can now access this IP. This is my IP, and then the port that we specified in the run script. And if we do that, we can just go here, and I'll just refresh, and let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Let's have a look what's going on in the console. Oops, I accidentally clicked inside the console. If you click inside the console like this, it'll pause, and you can right click to unpause it. Now, and I have refreshed, and as you can see, we can now get the data, but there is just only one node online. That is because when you run the script, there is this cache that gets written. So that means if you're adding nodes in the future and this folder is here, you want to make sure that you're gonna, so let's say you add your localhost in like 2 weeks, you add another Storj node with localhost, but this folder is already here. That means the code has been compiled and this bit will not be there. So if I go ahead and save this, delete the py cache. Oh wait, let me stop the server first. Delete the py cache, delete, run the Autostart again. What we should now be able to see is that it will recreate the py cache folder, as you can see here, and now it should use the new node that I just added to the script. So on the website, we should be able to see that there's 2 nodes in total. So if we go ahead and refresh, we can now see that there's 2 nodes. We can see that there has been some ingress, some egress, some estimated payouts, node online, space available 2 terabytes, space used just 1 terabyte. This is just a little quick test setup for you guys. But yes, now we can actually access this. And if you have port forwarded, then that should be accessible outside of the network. So now I will go ahead and cut to the iPhone aspect. I'm sure you can get this working on Android as well, but this is an iPhone guide. What you need to remember is you need to have the IP where your script is running, and then you need to, of course, use the port and then use the /bandwidth. So let's cut to that and I'll show you how it's done. Alright, so we are here on the iPhone, and as you can see, I already have the script up and running, but I will show you just how to get it going. First, you want to download this app called Scriptable on your iPhone. You then want to add a new script. This is the script right here. You want to copy the one that I will give you in the Pastebin. I'm just going to use the one I have here, but I'm going to copy all of this code. Copy, copy, copy. Select all, and I will copy it. And you will put it into the new script that you just created. Let's just edit it and paste it in. And now in the Pastebin that I have set up, I have added the fields where you need to add your IP. This is here, and preferably also here. I have separated them in external URLs and internal URLs so that you can actually have a different setup, but just add both and it should work just fine. You can give it a different header if you like. I call it Storj Fritz, but you can call it Storj Node if you want. For example, let's just call it Storj YouTube _guide. All right. And having added these URLs right here that connects to your server where you have port forwarded the port, and if it's all running great, then you can press the play button and it should come right up, and as you can see, Storj YouTube guide, 2 nodes online, 100 gigabyte ingress, some egress, and some money made. This is the exact data that we saw on the computer. And what you can then do is you can save this script as you can save it as guide, rename, press done, and as you can see, I have it here in the bottom. What you can then go ahead and do is you can hold in your finger, add a widget on your iPhone. You can type scriptable right there, choose the large one, add widget, and then place it wherever you like, and then you can press it to configure it. You can press choose, and then you can press the script that you just created and saved. And if you do that, and then you can press, when interacting, you can just say run script, and then just go out of that and press OK. And as you can see, we now have 2 different little scripts that are running where you can see the widgets, and everything is working great. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you can use it for something. If you have problems, you are very welcome to go down in the comments and I will try to answer. I might not be able to answer because everyone's different setup is different, but please feel free. And if you have problems with the script, I can also recommend ChatGPT for that kind of stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. See you and bye.